Hey guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead, and tonight's supper. So, I am going to do something a little bit different tonight. There's going to be a prep, a dinner, and freezer, all in one. So, bear with me. So, mostly everything is either out of my pantry or out of my freezer. So the first thing I'm going to do is take 2 pounds of my hamburger that I had frozen up, and we're going to get that put in the pan so it can start to cook. Now actually, I was planning on doing this, but then Marcia gave me a great idea last night, and she didn't even know it. You'll know her as Mowgli, that usually comments every day on my videos. So we're going to get that hamburger starting to fry, and in the meantime I'm going to cut up this onion. We're going to get it diced up. I really am starting to clear my freezer out really nicely, and especially my little one in the back room. And when Tom gets time, he's going to organize the one downstairs and get that one really organized nicely so that we know what's exactly down there. I was going to do my video on, filling your freezer and pantry and stuff today, but my son needed to get an estimate on his car, and he didn't want to have to take AJ with him. So me and AJ went out to lunch into the Dollar Tree. And his daddy got done pretty quick. I was surprised. But I got to spend some time with AJ today. So we've had a couple days that we've gotten to spend together. And where we went, there was a, what is that? Something 5. And he goes, "Can we go there afterwards, Grandma?" I've never been in there. Below, 5 Below or something. I've never been there. And I said, well, I was thinking the Dollar Tree. And when we went into the restaurant, I said to him, I said, "Do you automatically think Grandma's just going to get you what you want?" And he goes, "Yes." Boy, I'll tell you. The honesty of children. I don't spend tons of money on it, nothing like that. Or on Emmy, for that matter, but they know if it's little things and Grandma can afford it, I do it. If I can't afford it, I tell them, Grandma can't do that much right now. And he's fine with that. He understands. He still didn't feel that good today, but I did get him to eat a little bit. And I think he goes back to school tomorrow because that means he's been on the antibiotic for 24 hours. So he can go back to school. So now I'm going to get this hamburger all chopped up and all cooked up. And then I'll be back. Alright, so now I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. I'm not measuring, just putting it in there. And I'm going to add chili powder. I cook with quite a bit of chili powder. That's like my main thing there. I just love chili powder in there. Hate when I get it everywhere, but yeah. And then I'm going to use a few of the red pepper flakes. I want to give it just a little bit of spice, not too much, because Tom and I don't like real spicy. And then we're going to do salt. And some pepper. If you haven't guessed what we're making yet, I'm making chili. I'm going to get that all stirred into it. I wish I could have better can reviews. Sorry, guys. Now it looks like I got a lot of chili powder in there, but I'm doing a double batch. Now I had 2 chili beans that actually did not set when I canned them. And those are out of the freezer as well. I just got my clean towel all dirty. So instead of wasting them, and I didn't want to make chili at the time, I froze them. So they're already cooked. And now I can use them for my chili. My chili beans are just a little bit, one of them still frozen, because I decided at the last minute to double my batch. Which I'm good about doing that. And there's going to be a reason for double batching it. Now I'm going to put in 4 small cans of tomato sauce. I didn't have any big ones downstairs, so I'm trying to get some of the canned goods off the shelves too. And 2 big cans of diced tomatoes. I got these at Kroger a couple of years ago, and I got them actually for 50 cents a can, which is really a good deal. They sell for over $1 a can. Look at all that chili. Alright, now I'm going to let this simmer for a bit, and then I'm going to taste it and see if I have to put any more spices in it and let those beans get separated. Alright, so while we're letting that chili heat up, I took a package of hot dogs out of the freezer. So today we got 2 packages of hamburger, a package of hot dogs, and 2 packages of chili beans out of the freezer. I think that's pretty darn good. Alright, so I'm going to chop these up. Not too small, but not too big either. About like this. Let's get those all chopped up. I tasted the chili. It's got a little bit of a ting to it, which is fine. That's good. Tastes great. I could have used my canned chili and done this recipe with it, or cans of chili that I have downstairs, but this is me trying to go through my freezer and make room. Now if the weather cooperates, I'm going to try to go down to Bronson tomorrow morning and see what they have that I could stock up on, or whatever it happens to be. And then I'm going to try to get that video done tomorrow of how to stock your freezer and your pantry and everything else. I've been doing some research on things. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, so now we're going to take a 9x13 pan. I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to get a ladle. I'm going to turn it this way a little bit. I'm going to get a ladle, and I'm going to put my chili at the bottom of this pan. And I'm still making a mess. Look at that. Now, if you don't want to do it this way, if you want to use canned chili, by all means, you can. But I had those chili beans, and I really wanted to get those used up. Okay, So now I'm going to take my hot dogs and we're going to scatter them in there. If you want to mix them up, you can. The reason I didn't mix them up is because obviously I'm going to do something else with that chili. Now, if you want to use Polish dogs instead, or, you know, kielbasa, whatever you want to use, you can do whatever you want. Now, these are going to be chili cheese dogs. So, I'm going to put cheese on them. I'll post a recipe that I kind of went by, but, didn't, but kinda. And it'll show you what it does compared to what I wanted to do. I was going to use French fries for the top. Then I could get something else out of the freezer. But then I got to thinking, I was looking in my fridge, and I actually bought these a couple weeks ago because I was going to do something on a Thankful Thursday, but I was sick. And I didn't do anything that day, and it got me. So I thought I might as well get those used up. So I'm going to put these on the top instead of hot dogs, or instead of French fries. Now, if you wanted to, according to the other thing, it says quarter them up and do this and do that. I'm not doing that. So, I mixed up some melted butter and some garlic powder. And I'm going to butter the tops and sides of all these. So then you'll have that nice garlicky, buttery taste. It says they're buttery, but you guys know that they aren't that buttery. Maybe the name brand is, but yeah, no. We're going to try to use up all that butter. I think this is going to be far better than the fries. And yeah, I just think it'll be good. I'm going to kind of drip this down over the edge a little bit. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put it in a 350 oven until those biscuits are done. So I would say I'm going to set my timer for 25 minutes. Alright, so I want to get my mess cleaned up and get everything put away, the cheese and spices and all that. So Marcia was talking about how she would take soup and put it into 1 cup portions, and that way she could have it for later. Well, I forgot that I had done a review on these, and that's what those are for, is soup. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these up with chili. And this way, if we want just a quick lunch, or if we, for some reason, don't have enough for Tom's lunch the next day, then he can take chili to work. Because that's something that he truly, truly, truly loves, is chili. And I figured if I'm going to use up both bags of beans, why not do that? Why not make it so it's freezer friendly, and that way we can come back later, and or I can too, you know, just grab one out and I have lunch for my day as well. Because obviously I don't take my grandson to lunch every day, so And I'm still going to have chili left over. But that's all right. I have other containers too. Not these kind, but other ones. This is going to be awesome. Alright, let me get the other containers filled up that I have and get these cleaned up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I have these 4 containers, which is 8 servings. And then I had enough to fill my big bowl here. And I took a sticker and put it on there, Chili 2022 of 25. So now the bigger one will be if I want to do something like what I'm doing today, or I want to cook something else, or if we just want a full meal of chili. And I'll have it already. I just got to warm it up. Oh, that's looking so good. Alright, so hopefully this helps today. And then I'll show you the smaller packages tomorrow or whenever I do the video of what I'm going to do with those. Because you don't have to leave them in that package always. So, hopefully I'm teaching you, you know, I don't want to say teaching, but showing you some ways to empty your freezer, but also to stock your freezer. So that you have, these are ready-made meals. They're ready to go. They just got to be heated up, and then you're fine. So I'm going to get all these put away, and then dinner will hopefully be done. Alright, so here we go. I think it looks delicious. And I'm going to serve it in a bowl so that it's actually a soup, casserole, everything in one. And when you're breaking the biscuits apart with your fork or your spoon, it's actually sopping up that chili like it would crackers. So you've got a soup, casserole, all in one. And for people that ask, couldn't you have canned that leftover chili? Yes, I could. I've got plenty of canned chili downstairs. Matter of fact, Jack would have probably loved it if I would have canned him up some. But this month is meant for my freezer. And, you know, as much as we take out of it, we want to be able to replenish it with things that we will eat, you know. And there's a ton of people that don't have canners. If you don't have plastic containers, you can also put those in quart bags, in quart freezer bags, and seal them up and stack them up. They take up a lot of less space. But I think that if we're going to work with our freezers, we need to be able to know how to use up the stuff, but also to fill it up with stuff. And chili is something definitely we'll use. Now, if I was in the canning mood, I'd have canned them all out. But I really do want to, you know, put stuff back into my freezers as well. And actually, I'm really proud of myself. That big container and all 4 of those other ones actually fit in my small freezer. And I didn't have to move anything. So that tells me that I'm making room, which is a great thing. So I'll be back when Tom gets here and he can test it. And hopefully, like I say, we're learning together. Because if Marcia hadn't posted that, I was only going to make a single batch. Would have been just, you know, enough here and maybe a bowl left over. So thanks for the idea, Marcia. So we'll be back when Tom gets home and he can taste test it. Well, hi, Tom.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
Awesome. There's dinner. It's homemade chili with hot dogs, cheese, and biscuits. Chili cheese dogs with biscuits. How's that? And I saved all that extra chili and I'm freezing it up right now.
There's the past. The baby girl.
What do you think?
What?
Would you want it again?
Yep.
Jack's like, yep.
Yep.
So you like it, Jack?
Yep. Yeah.
Anything with chili with these two guys is a winner, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we're going to let him eat. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Dom.
Bye, Jack.
Bye.
Say
You guys
goodbye, Dom.
have. You guys have a great night.